In this lecture, we are going to work on showing the movie detail of a movie in the UI. So if we go to our Cineflix application, here let me filter all the movies, and you will see that for all the movies we have this detail button. And when this details button is clicked, we want to show the movie detail of the selected movie. So for example, when I click on the detail button of Fast and Furious, it should show the details of this movie in the UI. And for that, if I go to index.html, and here let me retract this section, and if I scroll down, here we have the movie list container section, and here we have the movie detail container section. And in this section we have this div, and inside this div we want to display the movie details. And here I also have some commented HTML code. This commented HTML code is for displaying the movie details. Now here we want to create this HTML dynamically from our JavaScript code, and there we want to display the details of the selected movie. But before that, what I want to do is, when this details button is clicked, we want to show a model pop-up where we are going to display the details of the movie. So for that, let's first create a function, and let's call this function as show movie details model. Okay, and if I go to HTML, you will see that we are going to display the movie details section, and currently on that section we are using this hidden CSS class. So if I remove this hidden CSS class, the movie detail model will look something like this, and in there we are also going to display the details of the movie. So here, initially when the page will load, we want to keep this hidden class so that it will not be displayed initially. Only when the details button is clicked, we want to show that model. So for that, what we are going to do is, let me copy the ID of this movie details section. Let's go to script.js file, and there inside this function, let's say document.getElement by ID, we want to access that movie details section using its ID. Once we have access to that movie details section, on that we want to add class list. So for that we are using this class list property, and here instead of adding we want to remove a CSS class. And which CSS class do we want to remove? We want to remove this hidden CSS class. So let me specify it here. Let's save the changes. In the same way, let's also create another function to hide that movie detail model. So here I'm going to call it as hide movie detail model. And inside this function again, we are going to get access to that movie details section. And there, in order to hide that movie details section from the UI, we are going to add this CSS class. Now, when do we want to show the movie detail model pop-up? When this details button is clicked. So when this details button is clicked, let me go ahead and let me create another function. And I'm going to call this function as show movie details. And in order to show the movie details here, we are going to take the ID of the movie. So here I'm going to call it as ID, or maybe movie ID. So whenever this function will be called, for this function we also need to pass the movie ID for which we want to display the movie details. And the first thing which we are going to do inside this function is we are going to show the movie details model. So I'm going to call this function. Okay, let's save the changes. And now we are going to call this movie details function whenever the details button of a movie is clicked. So let's scroll up, and here we have this details button. On that, we are going to listen for click event, and whenever that click event will happen, we want to call show movie details function. And when we are calling the show movie details function, the show movie details function is also expecting the movie ID for which we want to show the details. So here we are going to pass the movie ID. This movie object also has an ID property. And to pass that movie ID, again, we are going to use the template literal syntax here. And here we are going to specify movie.id. Now, some of you might say, instead of passing movie.id, we can simply pass the movie object itself. Well, in that case, we will get an error. So for example, if I try to pass the movie object directly to this show movie details function, let me format the document here and let me open developer console. Let me refresh the page, And when I click on the detail button, you will see that here we are getting an error. It says unexpected identifier object. And the reason is here we are using this on-click method, this on-click event handler on HTML. And in HTML, HTML does not know about a JavaScript object. It simply knows about simple values like string value or number value. So here, if I pass a number value like movie.id, in that case, we will not have any error. If I click on this detail button, you see we do not have any error and it is displaying the movie detail pop-up. But we cannot pass a movie object here because we are using this show movie details function in HTML code. And in HTML, it does not know about the JavaScript object. It only knows about the simple values like string values. Here I'm passing a numeric value. The ID is storing a numeric value. Okay, so we can also pass a numeric value like this. Anyway, in the same way, when this cross button is clicked, I want to hide this model pop-up. So let's go to index.html and in there, let's see where do we have that close button. So here we have the close button. On that, I'm going to add on-click event listener. And whenever this on-click event will happen on this cross button, I want to call hide movie detail model. So if I scroll down, we have also created this hide movie details model. So let me copy this and let's pass it here. Let's save the changes. So when I click on this details button, it is opening that movie detail model. And when I click on this close button, it is closing that movie detail model. So these two things are working as expected. All right, now let's go ahead and let's implement rest of the functionality. So after showing the movie detail model, now what we want to do is we want to display the details of the selected movie. For that, let's first go ahead and let's search for the selected movie. So for the selected movie, we are going to get the movie ID in this show movie details method. So from the movies array, here this time we are going to use the find method. We have learned about the find method and we have learned that this find method is an array method and it returns us the first matching element from an array which satisfies a given condition. So to this find method, we need to pass a callback function which will be executed for each element in the movies array. And from this callback function, we need to return a condition, a Boolean value. Whichever element in this movies array will satisfy this condition, it will return that element. So it is going to return the first element which satisfies the condition which we are going to write inside this callback function. And the condition here is the ID of the movie object should be equal to this movie ID which we are receiving as the parameter. So whichever first movie object satisfies this condition, that movie object will be returned by this find method. Okay, and here we are going to receive this movie as the first parameter of this callback function. So I'm calling it as movie, but you can name it anything. So for each iteration, this find method is going to loop over this movies array, and for each iteration, it is going to assign this movie parameter with the current movie element on which it is iterating over. And from that movie, we are reading its ID and we are comparing it with the movie ID which we are receiving as the parameter. And whichever movie satisfies this condition, this find method is going to return us that movie. Whichever first movie satisfies this condition, the find method is going to return us that movie. So let's store that movie in a variable and let's call it as selected movie. And we want to display the details of this selected movie in the UI. Now to display the details of the selected movie, I'm going to create another variable and I'm going to call it as movie detail HTML. And here we are going to write some HTML. So again, I'll use backticks here. And inside this backticks, we are going to write some HTML to display the movie details. And in order to save some time, as I have mentioned before, inside this selected movie details container, we already have some HTML which I have written earlier. So I'll copy this HTML till here and let's go ahead and let's specify it here. Okay, and in there we are going to replace the hard-coded values. So for example, here we want to display the source image of the movie. So here I'm going to call that display banner function which we have created earlier, display movie banner. And to this, we are going to pass movie.image. Basically, what it is going to do is, okay, here instead of movie, it should be selected movie.image, because here we want to display the details of the selected movie. So you will say selected movie.image. Okay. Then here we want to display the name of the movie. So again, I'm going to use template literal syntax here. And again, we will say selected movie.name. Then here we want to display the description. So here also we will use template literal syntax, and there we will say selected movie.description. Let me copy this, and here we want to display the release year. So we will say selected movie.release year. Here we want to display the rating. So for the rating, first I want to display the rating in numbers. So selected movie.rating, and after that, let me add some space by using NBSP. And then inside this text, we want to display the ratings in star. So again here, let's use template literal syntax, and here we are going to use this function for displaying the movie rating in stars. So if I scroll up, we should have this function display star ratings. We are going to call this function, and there we are going to pass selected movie.rating. Okay, and everything looks good to me. Let's quickly test it. Let's save the changes. So now when I click on this details button, it's not showing anything because we also need to insert it in this section. So for that, let's create a variable. Let's call it container. And here we want to get this div, because inside this div, we want to display the movie details. So here again, we are going to use document dot get element by ID. And here, let me check if that's the ID or the class. Okay, it is the ID. So we want to get this element by its ID. Okay, this is going to return us this div. And now what we want to do is inside that div. So we have that div inside this container variable. So first of all, inside that div, we want to set the inner HTML to empty, because if there is already some movie details rendered there, first we want to clear it, and then we want to render the details of the selected movie. So for that, we can say container dot insert adjacent HTML. Here we want to insert an HTML and not an element. And where do we want to insert it? We want to insert it before end. So you need to understand what this before end does. I have already explained this. This before end will add any HTML which we are going to pass to this insert adjacent HTML just before the closing tag. Okay, in this case, it is going to insert this HTML, this movie detail HTML, just before the closing div tag, the closing div which we are storing in this container variable. All right, let's save the changes. And let me click on this details button now, and now you will see that it is displaying the details of that movie. So it is displaying the name of the movie, and here we also want to format the name. So let's scroll up where we are displaying the movie name, and what we are going to do here is first we are going to call format movie name function, and to that we are going to pass selected movie.name. Let's save the changes. Now if I click on this details button, now the movie is properly formatted. We also see the complete description of the movie. We can see the movie banner. We can see the release year, and we can also see the rating. But here the rating is shown in black. So what I'm going to do is let's open style.css, and from there let me copy this star rating CSS class. Okay, let's go back to script.js, and the place where we are displaying the rating, basically here on this, I'm going to add a CSS class star rating. Let's save the changes, and now the rating should be displayed in golden color. So this looks good. Okay, everything looks good here. Now the only thing which is missing is the genre. So let's add a div here, maybe something like this. Okay, and here let me remove this, and there we want to say genre. Okay, and to display the genre from this text, let me remove the CSS class. And to display the genre, let me scroll up. Let's see the method name which we have created for displaying the genre. See here we have format movie name, format description, and format genre. Okay, this one I want to use. So here I'm going to call format genre, and there I'm going to pass the genre of the movie. Let's save the changes. And if I click on the details, it is also showing the genre. Okay, and here let's change the class name to selected movie genre. Let's check the details again, and now it looks good. All right, so in this way, we are displaying the details of the selected movie. For that, what we have done, we have created a function called show movie details, and we have set this function as the event handler function for this details button. Whenever this details button will be clicked for any movie, this show movie details function will be called. And whenever this show movie functions details is called, we are passing the movie ID of the selected movie for which the details button has been clicked. And in there, the first thing which we are doing is we are opening the movie details model. So when I click on this, it is opening this movie details model. And then what we are doing is we are selecting the movie based on the ID of the movie. For that, we have used this find method. Once we have the selected movie, we have created some HTML, and in that HTML, we are using the details of that selected movie, like the movie name, movie description, release year, rating, etc. Once we have created this HTML for displaying the movie details, after that, we are getting access to the container div inside which we want to display the movie details. First, we are setting its inner HTML to empty string so that if there is already something set there, we want to clear it. And then we want to insert this HTML, which we are creating here, inside that container div. And then we have also created this hide movie details model function. So this function will be called whenever this cross button is clicked. If I click on this cross button, it will call this hide movie details model. And this function is simply going to add this hidden CSS class on that section, and it is going to hide it from the UI. That's it. If I click on the details button of this Bahubali movie, there also it is displaying the details of that movie. So this is all from this lecture. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.